Welcome back there, Coastal Bad Meteorologist Tommy Dixon here with a live look outside our CCAC camera overlooking Snoopy's Pier. Once again, we were breaking some records today here in Corpus Christi with our heat touching over 100 degrees, breaking that previous record, which we'll get to in just a bit. Current temperatures and VLX, we're looking at low 80s along the coast, 80 for here in Corpus Christi. We also see some of our neighborhoods in the 70s right in this middle stretch because we had some passing showers and thunderstorms that were able to dip into our northern neighborhoods and just a little bit south, but not so much near the coast. Still into the 80s, of course, out west near Cotulla and a little warmer near Freer and Hebronville. Now, these showers were able to kick off from some available moisture that was still left in the atmosphere and a boundary that was able to dip a little bit lower that kicked off some showers and thunderstorms for us tonight. So current winds right now a little bit out of the west for here in Corpus Christi at 17 miles per hour, 14 miles per hour in Hebronville and 16 in Cotulla. And once again, where we saw that shower activity still also happening, thunderstorm activity, we're seeing more of a north wind cooling off our neighborhoods right here in this central portion of our area. So looking at future tracker, we could see just where those showers and thunderstorms are situated. Still a little bit north of us near Beeville and Satin, a little bit near Three Rivers. And once again, this is going to clear up here pretty soon before our midnight hour. We'll just see some passing clouds and that'll wrap us up. We'll be then dry the remainder of the weekend. When we look through Tempest, we can see some of that rainfall that was reported in Beeville. Not too much, but it was still nonetheless some rain, under half an inch there. But once again, we did get some rainfall tonight. Also, some of you sent pictures, and I was able to see on Facebook of what's happening in your neighborhood. The past 10 hours, we were really warm. We stayed in the 90s for quite some time today before we hit that brief period of triple-digit weather, now in the 80s. So how does that impact our almanac today? Well, we hit 102 degrees. That record was set back in 1977 at 100 degrees. So once again, just 2 degrees over that record that was set, but the average is actually 95 for this week in general. So we're going to continue to see those warmer temperatures as well. And I'll show you what tomorrow looks like too. We'll be in the low 80s until 1 a.m. and then upper 70s into our Sunday morning. Our winds come down to single digits there, just under 5 miles per hour until 9 a.m. where we get back into the low 80s, and by 11 o'clock we'll be back into the 90s at 91 degrees. We'll still have mostly sunny conditions tomorrow. What you'll notice is our feel like temps go up into our 2 o'clock hour, like 109 for that feel like temperature, but we're going to see that warm period, as we know, between 12 and 6, when that warmest period is also between 2 and 4 p.m. where we see that daytime peak heating. So if you have any outdoor plans tomorrow, you want to keep in mind that it's going to be very hot outside. We see optimal sunshine between that window, which is why we saw extreme heat risk out west near Freer and Cotulla today. Tomorrow those conditions look about the same, but a little bit better, more so moderate closer to the coast. And as we get closer to Monday, the conditions will also improve, but our Sunday and Monday will also be hot, just similar to today. Now, once again, I mentioned that average this week's 95 degrees. We're going to still see above normal temperatures through Tuesday, and once again through the middle into the end of the week and into our following week as well. We get a little bit of a relief there between August 10th and the 11th, but nonetheless it'll still be really warm. And as we look through the season of hurricane season, the National Hurricane Center is monitoring 2 areas of interest of low pressure for us there. Now these are going to continue to move west, especially the one that's here in the central Atlantic there, but we're going to keep our eyes on what's to come for the season. Here's a look at tomorrow's forecast for you. Once again, warmest between 12 and 6 p.m. and your next 7 days.